Hey everybody.
I'm just
Um
paying. Oh, I got my volume is on.
oh yeah, I think
Hey.
the sound was being weird for a second. I was like,
Yeah.
what is
No, that was me. I
happening?
I realized that my phone
Okay,
had. I
good,
was
good,
trying to.
good.
I got the chat.
That's
So
perfect.
I realized it was playing.
God. So anyways, I put the Christmas intro because I'm still in the holiday spirit.
Yeah.
Spirit. Holiday spirit. Joking. I love Christmas and sparkly stuff, so I was like, hey, let's keep that one on. But anyways, we're gonna talk about this today. So, one of like the biggest contradictions, I guess you could say, in the secular uh, community or movements is that we pride ourselves on being evidence based and centering humans and seeking justice, but then we often, or organizations, I guess, often repeat the same mistakes that we criticize from religion, politics. So we have to continue having these sometimes awkward, sometimes difficult conversations in order to bring awareness to what is working, what's not working, what needs to change, how can we change it. And, because just because we don't believe in God doesn't automatically mean that we suddenly become aware of all of the biases that we hold from our religious days. And secular spaces like atheist or humanist spaces have historically been very white, very male led spaces. And at the same time, they kind of feel comfortable calling themselves neutral while ignoring voices of minorities. So today we are joined by a human rights and diversity activist, the Detroit Atheist Queen, sitting right next to me, who's also a volunteer for Black Non-Believers. How you doing, Khalid?
I'm great. Yourself?
Pretty good, pretty good. I mean,
Thank you for having
it's
me on.
been a rough start to the year, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I kind of had a pretty bad hangover yesterday, but then today I felt better. But then I started feeling like I was getting sick or something, like a different kind of sick, and I was like, oh no, what?
Yeah.
But
I had a few too many tequila shots on New Year's Eve.
oh wow, okay, tequila,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Mine
That's
was
my drink of choice. I know.
okay. That's good.
You
Mine was
like
well,
the
Jack
Hennessy
Daniels.
whiskey. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I was there
Yeah.
was a
You like to
big
feel that.
battle, but
Yeah.
at least there was a bunch of people, so like it wasn't all done by me. But I probably
Right.
drank the most.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the Michigan Atheist president Anthony. He's a retired bartender. He does some marketing now. He was a retired bartender, so
Oh,
he can
that's
make
fun.
any drink. So he was making everybody different drinks and stuff like that. I just sat with
Oh,
the tequila drinks all night. Yeah,
nice.
because he was like,
That's
"Are you okay to go home? You can." I'd have an extra room. I said, "No, I'm good. I want to go home."
oh yeah.
Yeah,
Well, at least everybody
yeah,
was safe. We're here today, so
yeah, yeah.
so let me ask you with the new year. Like a lot of people make resolutions, and I decided not to make any resolutions this year. I used
I never
this
did.
yeah, because like in the past it's like, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym 5 times a week and I'm gonna eat really healthy, and then by the middle of January you already forgot it. So like I said, I made a post recently, the one word challenge, right? And it was like you pick one word to sort of carry you and remind you what you want to how you want your year to go. And I forgot what your word was, but I know it was good. Was it motivation, maybe?
Yeah, that was it. Yep,
Okay, what did you choose that
that was
word?
my word. Because you got to be motivated to get things done. I think motivation is what's caused me to be here today. Because I'm always a Debbie Downer and always the one who wants. I don't want to do that. I'm very introverted. I'm very depressive.
I'm sorry
So
about
if
that.
it's up to me, like It was funny when everybody was angry with COVID hit and to stay in the house. I was happy. I loved it. Staying in the
I
house,
know.
not
I
going,
was.
not me,
It,
not reading with nobody. I was like, yes, I don't
that's
gotta go
funny.
out. I can just watch TV, not go to work, not worry about seeing nobody unless I want only seeing certain people. Oh, this is beautiful. If I want to see somebody, I just see them through FaceTime or something. That was a good time for me. I like people get sick and all that. So people I knew died, and I don't like that part. But no, I was happy with that. Oh,
I
mm,
know it's funny because I love people, right? Like I love our family and friends and the community, but at the same time, I'm somebody that needs quite a bit of recovery time from socializing. It takes a
yeah,
lot. I guess maybe because of my hearing and being neurodivergent and kind of introverted, it takes a lot of effort, like physically, mentally, to engage with the people. But I thoroughly enjoy it. But then I'm like, I'm ready to go home and be in my curly blanket.
yeah. Like when I went to the back cruise for one thing, or even NailCon, or any place I go in my room. If something might happen, I'm having fun. I run to the room and get a couple of minutes. Too many people.
Yeah, yeah. You need
I
that
need my
recharging. Yeah,
so I
yeah,
can
yeah.
go back out
Yeah, like recharge
because
your social batteries.
a couple days before New Year's, I was invited to an event with another fellow Michigan Atheist, a member, and so everybody looked, and so two people that I knew the person who held the party, and and Anthony came to that one as well, and so they were sitting like, Kelly, why are you just sitting here? I don't know nobody. I do not speak to people I do not know. I don't do it, and I make myself do it when I'm in Black non-believers because I know that's what they're for. But if
Yeah,
it's just at a party, if somebody speaks to me, that I'll speak back to them. But I don't say nothing. I would sit there and not say anything to nobody the whole day. I sit in the corner,
yeah,
and I'll
yeah.
probably pick up the dog or cat if they got one of those, or the bird, whatever, the fish, whatever the hell they got. I'll be active with the pet,
The ones that don't talk back. you know,
but I'll be petting them and playing with them all day. But
that's
no,
funny.
not no human. No, no, I won't do it.
No drama.
It's just how
They
I've always
just
been.
yeah.
No, I can't really say when I was a child I was bullied, but I was picked on a lot. They couldn't bully me because I could fight, but they would say little torment things, be mean to me and stuff. And I guess that's kind of sits with me today still. That's not good, I know, but
Yeah, Lil says, I need to start knitting on streams. It keeps me more focused with my ADHD brain better than anything else. It's funny, yeah, because sometimes it seems like us ADHD people have to be
hey,
doing
Lil.
something to focus.
Yeah, like I was on Helen's stream. One of the first streams I was on was Helen's stream a while back when I first started becoming more public with my movement and stuff. But I feel that I might be have ADHD and neurodivergent and stuff like that as well. I was diagnosed at early 30s with bipolar as well. But there's so many things with how I was as a child. I was not. I'm still. It's hard for me to organize. Still to this day, my mind still races. I have too many things. I don't ever complete my task. There's so many other things. I'm like, am I? Is this what was wrong with me all my life? I didn't realize it.
Yeah, it's I
And this
think
stuff. And this stuff is like it can be neat to a certain point. It's not a little cluttered. I don't know why. I'm like, oh, what is this? I can't find it. It's too neat.
yeah, I definitely think that sounds like ADHD. My kid was diagnosed, and I've been trying to get diagnosed, but like insurance is a mess. Can't find
Yeah,
a doctor. But yeah, it feels that way too. Like the organizing thing is really hard for me because I know I have to do the things, but it's like my brain doesn't know where or when to start it. So I always start it at the last minute, just like
yeah. Procrastination.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty bad. But it's just because of overwhelm. I think we just get over, like, our brain doesn't organize the things, and it's like, I don't know which one to start with, so I'm not gonna start any of them.
Or I'll go and I find something interesting and I work on the paper. Then after a while, I get tired of it. I don't want to do this no more. I'm gonna do something else.
But and then you leave a
So I
bunch of.
never different tasks half finished, but none
I
is all
know.
finished.
It's, yeah, that's the ADHD for sure. So
Yeah,
if you get a chance to get diagnosed, yeah, it's probably a good
yeah,
idea.
because I think I was at work and when I did the fundraiser speech, and it just popped in my head when I was at lunch. This is what I should say. And so that's when I got home. I recorded it from what I remembered. But yeah, I don't. It's hard though, being in this space, and um, I'm not gonna mention any name, but a certain person,
Mm-hmm.
I understand them being upset about them not getting profiled, but
Oh,
how
yeah.
they're trying to handle the situation, it's not gonna work. You're ruining yourself doing that, and I'm not gonna do that. There's a way that you can do it.
Yeah,
Coming to the shows, speaking, and things like that. If I have an outlet to speak in a public environment, public speak or something, I would say it in that situation, you know. But
yeah, I think there's places for yelling and making, throwing a fit, a tantrum, and then there's places for sitting down and being like, hey, this is what's going on. This is how we can handle it. How could have been handled better? We've seen that in like different spaces in the atheist community lately, right? Like
yeah,
different
yeah,
organizations. It doesn't mean you have to throw the whole organization away. It's just like, hey,
yeah.
let's handle whatever issues that are coming up. So
And
yeah,
you
for me,
can't blame one. You got one or two people, and you want to blame the whole organization. That one or two per people in that group is not the base of the whole organization,
exactly.
and that's what really gets me. It's like, why are you doing that? I
Right.
don't
It's
understand
kind
it.
of doing a Noah's Ark, right? You
I
just
might
throw
not want to
everybody in
watch
the
this
water.
channel anymore because what the organization does, but I'm still might watch the content creators or their own personal stuff, or vice versa.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Speaking of organization, I was wondering, how did you start get involved with Black non-believers?
Quick story. So it's funny how we all met at the Women of Color Beyond Belief. That's why I met Deanna, Cynthia, Edith, who's the co-host. Um, they had already been there, but also met Sharon, who was one of the Atlanta members for years, and then Tina, who is they had been there for years already, and Tina Marshall, who was the North Carolina Charlotte affiliate leader. But I went on a cruise a couple years later. This was 22,
Mm-hmm.
and I was talking with the affiliate leader that was the original Detroit affiliate leader about what are we going to do about bringing more content, more events to the area because it had been in the sabbatical. Nothing had been going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I can help you for me to help try to start some events, do some things like that. Then after the scandal of 22, the Detroit affiliate leader left, and so did some of the other affiliate leaders. So they asked me, Mendice asked me that I want to step up and become the Detroit affiliate leader. So it happened like that. And I was like, damn, am I prepared? Can I really do this? I guess I could because I'm doing it
Yeah.
still.
I know. I think it's
So
hard
that's
at
how I got
first. Yeah.
involved. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
but I'm lucky I have a good group though. That's it's cool.
that helps a
We laugh
lot.
and talk and stuff like that. And I feel like honored because several of the people in the group are older than me. I'm younger than most people in the group, but everybody else is like a few years older than me. One lady, she's like 70 years old, but she always tells me how good a good job I'm doing.
That's great. That's great. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I think we doubt ourselves when we first start doing stuff like that and putting ourselves into like activist, spaces, and we're like, can I really handle this? Can I really do this? Should I be doing this? Am I the best person
it don't matter
to?
what it is. I'm gonna doubt myself
Yeah.
anything I do.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know. I think one of the really helpful things that has been very positive for me has been this community specifically, right? Because despite there being people that are, trying to push others down, like you can actually feel the support of so many other people telling you, "Hey, that's bullshit. You're doing good. You're like keep doing what you're
Yeah,
doing." So it's like it helps you understand that what you see as your shortcomings are not really are not your own. They're the opinions of people that don't really give a shit about you. You know.
yeah. I remember when I first started into the community. It's been the third year. February 15th will be my third year as official affiliate leader.
Awesome.
And I remember Andisa asked me to come on to kind of promote myself. I hyperventilated before the show. I was like,
Oh, I
I
bet.
was scared, and I one thing I'm not afraid to say that I used to stutter in the past. Sometimes I still slip up and my stutter still, but it's not as bad as what it was when I was a child. So I noticed I started to stutter, and I was like, I was I couldn't. 1 second.
Yeah, no, I get that because like that happened to me when I first had to do a live show, and
Hmm.
we were about to start. It was the one on Truth Wanted, and I
Okay.
was sweating and shaking, and like obviously you can't see that through the camera, so that's a good thing. But like yeah, I was so nervous, but it was fun and I enjoyed it. So you have a show coming up,
Yeah.
right? Where for your birthday? Let's
Yeah.
advertise that.
Okay. Well, I don't really know. I mean, I invited you guys, the Java and Jugs crew, and Seth, and a certain other person to be on there. And but then Mandisa, because it's also Black Non-Believers anniversary on a couple of days later, it's gonna be a Martin Luther King birthday. That's that Monday because the people had a day off anyway.
Yeah.
So I work on my actual birthday. The 21st is when the Black Non-Believers and myself celebrate birthdays. But so it's gonna be on that Monday from 7 to 9. I'm estimating that should be how long it should be, and just talking with some people that I love in the community. But Medici, I think she wants to be bigger than what it is. That I than what
We'll
I
make it a
planned. 'Cause I don't,
party.
I was just gonna have just a few people on there and chat. Maybe like Java and Joe's come for a half an hour, talk to y'all together. Then have like Michigan Atheist group come together, talk to them for a half an hour or so, and then have any other miscellaneous people come on and talk to me for a minute, half an hour or so. That's how I was thinking about doing it, but I don't know what she wants to do. I don't know if she's gonna have Skeptic Haven involved in it. Have it like a bigger stream than what I plan to have. Because she was talking about having like Matt Dillahunty and
Surprise.
Seth Andrews come on there, and I was just like, I guess. I mean, I don't know them to ask them.
That's
I'm
cool.
just happy to have Ambit Apostate Seth on there.
I know, right? Yeah. Mandisa is pretty good friends with Matt, so I would think
Yeah,
he will be like, oh yeah, whatever you want. Yeah,
yeah,
cool.
yeah. So I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I met Seth once, Andrews once, I've never met Matt personally. I met Arden a couple times, so that is what it is.
Yeah, the first time I met Matt, I was very intimidated. We were at a wedding, and I go and sit down and turn around, and I'm like, oh wait, that's Matt Dillahunty sitting right there. So I was like, I was like, do I say hi or do I just pretend I didn't notice? So I ended up saying
I
hi,
do
and he
not
was like,
go
oh
up and
hi.
speak. I would have not spoke. I don't care if it was real Jesus next to me. I wouldn't have spoke. He would have
That's
speak
funny.
to me first. I just me. I wouldn't spoke. But that is, because
uh,
I don't people, because I'm like, some of them, it's like I don't mean to be funny, but all the attention they get, they some might get a big head. I am the atheist experience or the line host.
that's funny.
I've been speaking, debating people for 30 years.
Yeah. So okay, so back to the topic of because I had a question about black non-believers. You say that their part of it was going to be a fundraiser, right?
I believe
Okay, good,
that's what
good.
she's trying to do. Yeah.
Okay, hopefully people will join and donate if they can.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it's part. I think it's gonna be part. These are what she's trying to do because it is Black non-believers. I was gonna have a few people on there, and I kind of mentioned to her I was gonna do a stream, and then they were talking about let's make it a fundraiser. I was like, okay, I wasn't
yeah.
trying to do all my, I wasn't trying
Like
all
why
that on my
not?
birthday. I was just trying to have a few people come on and talk and
Yeah,
shoot the breeze, and then go on and enjoy my day. Because
yeah.
Cynthia will be on my channel on my actual birthday before I go to work
Oh,
between one
fun.
and two Eastern. Yeah, so that's gonna be with her.
Okay, cool. So
So I
that will be
don't know,
Sunday,
but
I think,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
No,
Okay.
I'm gonna be on her channel Sunday on the 4th.
Yeah, yeah. And then the
The
party.
21st should be on my channel.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, okay. Yeah, because the your other birthday stream is the 19th. Got
Yeah,
it.
the big birthday stream 19th,
Yeah, yeah,
because I'm off during that evening. A
yeah.
lot
So
of
it's
people work
two
during the
separate.
daytime, so they can't really, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
people can't really. She might still be on my other stream too.
awesome. That would be fun.
Yeah, but I don't really. Yeah, I work afternoon, night, so it's kind of hard for me to do afternoon, evening streams. So I'm
Yeah,
off for this week. I'll be coming back on that Monday the 5th, back to work. But I'm off for King's birthday, so I said I'll do it on. That's a good day to do it on that day.
right.
I
So,
can.
getting into the topic that we are going to discuss today, I was thinking that,
Okay.
unfortunately, like we said earlier, right, being an atheist doesn't mean that you're not going to have biases anymore. And we have seen sexism, racism, homophobia, transphobia, misogyny in these secular spaces. And because this isn't unique to secular communities, it happens in every community. But I think that especially in the secular community, it can happen because people haven't fully deconstructed, or in the case of people who grew up in more restrictive fundamentalist religions or cults, or who were pastors or ministers, especially, like their deconversion can take longer. Do you think that's where that problem can come from, or do you have like a different opinion of why that may be happening?
Repeat your question one more time to make sure I heard it correctly.
Like, do you think that people are having these sexist or racist or misogynist views in the secular community because they haven't deconverted completely, or is there another
I
reason? Are
think
people just
so.
assholes?
Could be both. Some people are assholes. Some people. I think that is a reason. Some people are straight up assholes. I mean, that's just bring it down. But some people, and I believe they're assholes because they don't want to change. They don't want to think that they're wrong about something.
That's true. That's
You
true.
know, because I won't say I was a transphobic person, but I was uneducated with it. So I said a lot of things I shouldn't have said
Oh
till I
yeah.
started realizing and researching things. Like, oh, I was wrong about this. And since I look at some of my status back in the day, I almost was in tears with what I said recently. Like, it wasn't even that bad, but I was like, then I was ignorant.
Oh no, I feel that because I've done that before as well. But then you can see, you can realize, and you can adjust yourself and be like, okay, that was wrong. Now I know better. I won't make that mistake again. But then there's the people that are like, nope, I wasn't wrong, and then they repeat the thing.
Yeah,
You
and
know.
then I was talking to Bree, High recently, and so we were talking about how we're going through some of the same things as being a marginalized group.
Hmm.
Only thing different is that black people are dealing with it longer. That's I understand how black people can have so bigoted, biased raised about a struggling group as they are, as a fellow black person. Why do you have those opinions and hating another group because of what they look like or what they biology is or not? I just don't understand it. I don't understand everything with it either, but I have a non-binary daughter, which child I talk about a lot, and I've always been accepting of them, but I was kind of pressuring them. What are you? Do you want to have a change? What? No, no. Shut the fuck up, Kelly. They'll let you know what they want.
Right. Yeah. It's
They'll they'll let you know what they want to do
yeah.
and wait for them to tell you what they want.
Right. I love that.
Cause
Yeah.
I,
Like you follow their
yeah,
lead. Right. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. That's
no,
the way it should be. Yeah.
yeah,
Um. But as far as organizations, I think there's a lot of really amazing conventions and events coming up, being planned for 2026. And it seems like many of them learn from their previous, events that they've hosted, and they're like, oh, okay, this is a lesson I learned and this is how I'm going to change it. But then other ones really don't learn from it, so they make the same mistakes every year. um, then there's all of these organizations that lack diversity, and when you bring it up to them, their immediate response is like, well, if I bring on this person who is not in our typical demographic, which is generally white and male, then it's going to automatically be tokenizing. And I don't think that should be always the case. Like, how can the organizations feel more comfortable bringing on diversity without feeling like they're tokenizing someone? Is there a way to do that, you think?
I think, and this is one reason why Black non-believers is so important because we do our own thing. This is a woman-based, dominated organization.
No.
Not to say that men can't be in leadership roles. Like we have a couple of board members that are guys, and one is actually a cis white man, which is fine. He does a great job. But most of the women that's people in the organization, Cynthia, Tina, myself, I mean, we're black women that are killing it.
Right? Like, it
So
shouldn't be that
sometimes you have to
hard.
do your own. That's like we sit there every day, every Monday we have our Java and jugs. Sometimes some
Yeah.
people can't come to all of it, but that's one thing we do.
Right.
You don't want
And
us. You don't want to be on your show. We gonna have our own show. Then there we go.
yeah, and I mean, you have a lot of talent on Java and Jokes, right? Like, it's not like we had a hard time finding outspoken, intelligent woman to come and join us, right? It was like, oh, hey, I know exactly the one. And everybody is like, oh, I know exactly someone else. And it's like we all came together
Yeah,
and we do the thing. Um, but like, like you just mentioned, your Black non-believers has a board that is very woman led, and there are a few men. But a problem that I've
yeah.
noticed, when an organization doesn't have a diverse and inclusive leadership, or even volunteers, then they just don't know how to handle. the problems of diversity because they don't even realize that is a problem because they don't have the lived experiences of
Oh
minorities.
no. See, what the thing is with Black non-believers is that it's not that you cannot. That's who stepped up to the plate and are
Mhm.
doing it. Because I know there are women in these organizations that have stepped up, yourself included, that says, I want to be a host for shows. I want to do this. I want to do that. And they be like, all right, let's put Forrest in instead
Yeah.
of you, or instead of Helen or something like that. I won't say what show I'm talking about, but yeah, they'll just move. They'll just move you. They'll be like, well, we don't think you qualify on the show.
Yeah, yeah. um so I think, did I lose you, or can you still hear me? Because I don't see you on the screen anymore. Okay, I'm not sure what happened. Hopefully she'll come back in a second. Okay, in the meantime, while we wait for Kelly to come back, I guess I will show you, I will support somebody else in the community, because sometimes we are dirty sluts for water. We're always thirsty. And who can help you with that, with your needs? Ember. Ember can help you with your needs for water, to fill your slutty needs. So if you go to epicwaterfilters.com and you use the code Ember15, you can get a discount. And these actually go into your water bottles and stuff. So, okay, we got going.
I gotta get rid
All
of
right,
okay.
got you.
Yeah.
No problem.
So yeah, my one of my sons are trying to call me, and I have my phone connected to my
Oh,
device,
okay,
so
no
it
problem.
rings. So then it hangs up. It
I
ends up
use
whatever. Then
I
yeah.
use the time to advertise Ember's
Oh,
water
good. Oh,
filters.
okay. Good. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have to be. We have to be a protective, dirty slut, water slut. Gotta.
Right?
We
Yeah.
gotta. We gotta be careful. Gotta be
Exactly.
protected. Protection.
Yeah.
All the things you do to protect yourself and being dirty water slut
Gotta
and
be
protect yourself.
safe water drinking.
Be a safe water slut.
Oh gosh, I love that. So funny.
Yeah, you got to be careful. You want to make sure that you get your clear your sins.
Okay,
No
for
elo
anybody,
kindness with water.
yeah, for anybody that doesn't know about this, I was on a show with Forrest Vakai, and we were making a joke about water, and then he all of a sudden he gets so serious and he's like, "Do you ever wonder how much of a dirty slut for water you are?" He's like, "Cause I always wonder about that," and it was so funny. I had to clip it and share it. So,
Yeah,
anyways, that was super funny.
yeah,
Anyways, we over that part. Moving
yeah,
on.
yes.
We were talking about like organizations, and this made me think of like different causes that people support, right? Because like it's impossible for one person to be able to be involved in every single cause, right? We don't have enough money, we don't have enough
You can't
time
do it. No,
to
you
do it
can't
all,
do it.
right? And so it's important to realize that. And sometimes when I'm doing something for one cause and somebody has a different one, and they're like, well, why are you not doing something for mine? And I'm like, well, I can't do them all. So like, don't put people down for supporting things that matter to them, right? I wish I could donate to or volunteer, right, for like different things, but I can't. So I choose a few of them that I can do something for, like women's rights or LGBTQ rights or congenital defects rights, because my kid has a heart defect. So we
Oh,
do the walks every year, and the fundraisers and stuff. Childhood cancer is another one that I care about a lot. And I once shaved my head completely to raise funds for what's it called, St. Patrick's, which is they support childhood cancer research.
okay.
And then I like turtles. I like turtles, in case nobody knew that. In case
I didn't
the
know that.
yeah. But so I've been hoping to go to like in Texas. There's like this place, I think it's I don't know, somewhere along the coast. I can't remember the exact city. But like they hatch little baby sea turtles. Like they protect them from when they have to move from their hatch spot to the ocean. Um, and so I would love to go and do that and help, kind of like, help clean up the beach and stuff like that. But
That would be
you,
nice.
yeah, but you mentioned yourself, when we've been talking about this, that you are, um, that you like you're activist on human rights, right? And so I was wondering, like, are there any specific causes that you enjoy supporting, or like what do you like to do
Not
or give your
really
time, or
specifically any groups that I'm a part of. I might help volunteer at like American Red Cross walk or something like that, or just a little something here and there if I can find an organization. I think me being a part of, and then Ryan Theobald, he does a little volunteer thing. I usually helping out with that. Just little stuff here and there, but it's not really any main groups that I'm
yeah, but you seem
involved.
really
I do
out.
little stuff.
Yeah, you seem very. I think people who
Me
sometimes think,
speaking up for people, supporting
yeah,
them.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like sometimes when we ask, oh, what do you do for activism or stuff like that, it doesn't have to be. Some of us are very very broke and can't give money, and so we have to find different ways to support what we want to support. And I think speaking up is 100% counts as supporting or being an activist, or yeah, supporting your preferred causes.
Even when you make a Facebook post or Instagram post,
Yeah,
and you're fighting for women to have right to have abortions or something like that, that's important. Who telling
well,
who's, because some of my stuff has been shared around. I'm like, oh, I didn't share it. Wow, that's good. Okay.
no, that is great because um, some of the, like we were talking about earlier, right? Regarding um, conference, having more diverse speakers, having more diverse boards, having more diverse volunteer bodies. It all starts with bringing awareness, and you can't bring awareness unless you speak up first. And so
Now, one thing I
making your
will
post,
say,
yeah, yeah,
it's just one thing that's sad is that many times, I'm going to talk about the call-in shows, that many times it'll be the cis white men who have an issue about a trans right, a woman's right, a black right, whatever, not irrelevant to any of them, but they don't call the show when there is a black person, trans, whatever person on there, a woman. They call when it's another cis white man, depending about the problem that they see with the issue. And then the host is trying their best to explain to them why they're wrong, but telling them to call when these other people are going to be on there.
yeah, and they still
And that's
don't.
and that's the issue right there.
But that's a
Because
bias.
I
Yeah,
I can only talk about something that I have not any personal dealings with, only so much as an empathetic person, but I can't talk to you about something with experience. I keep talking about force, but like Freud can talk about the biology of it to be a trans person. I'm saying, for example, he can break it down of why racist is stupid, the biology of being an evolutionary biologist, and about different kind of humankind
aspects.
before we
Yeah,
came aspect. We can talk about how we all came from the same. He can explain that better than anybody can. But for you to talk to somebody that's a black person who has experienced racism, who's experienced being marginalized, they have a better concept of it as a personal life.
yeah, I
Human
completely
rights are
agree.
important. Yeah.
Yeah, I've mentioned that before. When there was a certain organization that I was working with, and I was like, hey, like we need more diverse voices, because one example I can give from my own experience is like, yeah, sure, a doctor can tell you about how surgeries for cochlear implants work, right? I'm deaf, and so a doctor can tell you how the surgery happens, and the recovery, but they cannot tell you what it feels like being deaf, or like the
Hmm.
experience of not being able to communicate in a group, or when I wake up in the morning, I can't put on my implant right away, because if I do, everything feels super loud. So I have to wait for a little bit. I usually wait like at least an hour, and then I put it on, and then I put music which streams directly into my brain, but it kind of blocks the outside
Okay.
sounds. It's kind of like an adjustment, right? But see, what I'm sharing this, a doctor wouldn't be able to tell you this because they haven't ever lived that experience. And I feel like the same happens, like you said, with topics of abortion and topics of trans issues, or any kind of disability, or women's issues, or race issues, like systemic racism. Some, like the majority of people, of white people, don't understand that racism isn't just this individual bias toward the one person that you're
No.
talking to. It's like a systemic thing built upon decades and decades, no, not decades, like pretty much since the beginning of recorded history, more like it. And it's like we can't really ignore that.
Yeah. Like with me, I like my experience as a black woman is different than my mother's. My mother was born in the slums of Detroit. I grew up in a nice middle class area.
Mhm.
Mm, it was mostly Jewish and black people, and we lived together just fine. I didn't experience racism until I got older,
Oh yeah, sure. But I
you
mean, it
know.
is. Um,
But yeah, so I didn't even know. I thought, but when I went outside of my little comfort zone, I realized, oh, there is racism. That's crazy.
yeah, I had a show with Cynthia recently, and we were talking about all of this, and how it's built into so many of our different systems, from the jails, the prison system, right? The police even, banks that want, redlining, like the banks want loan
Yeah,
to specific people, and to keep minorities and people of color isolated in these areas, where they're like, nope, we're not going to give you loans, or let you buy a house, and if you can't buy a house, you're always wasting your money on rent, and you can never have your own little store because you can never get a loan, and it's like you're forced to work a 9 to 5 low paying job, but it's in the system, it's built in the system to be made that way, to keep people
I might
oppressed.
talk about this on my stream. I'm mostly been doing interviews right now, but I'm trying to do other things to kind of keep my content going because I don't have enough people that I know of. But
We'll have
anyway,
everybody
so
follow.
everybody come on twice because
Yeah.
I'm about to go through the whole cycle of everybody that I actually know in the community. But
Yeah.
anyway, so there's a section of Detroit, not too far from where I live, a little couple miles away from me. But there was a wall that was built to separate the black side from the white side. Now these are in this area they were um the white people that were too poor to actually move to the suburbs. So they weren't bad homes. So they separated it from the better homes in the city from the more ghetto-ish kind of homes, slum kind of homes, and it's right in the middle, near 8 Mile,
Hmm.
in the middle. So we can talk about how that was like redlining at its finest. I'm like, you ain't much better. These homes don't look that much different, but they were separate. but it's a whole history about this wall,
Yeah,
and
it
that was
is. Yeah,
crazy, you know.
yeah. um but it goes for all sorts of things. I mean, I'm thinking of so many already. One great example is the education for people of color, right? Like,
Yes,
if
yes.
it's often made so hard for them to enter university, to do anything after high school. And like I just mentioned, right, loans, student loans, is another thing that's gate kept from black people. And it's like, how do we expect these minorities to be able to get ahead, to be able to get a, like I said, a house, to be able to start their own store or anything, if we're not even letting them have um the same accessibility to the education system that most white people are afforded?
I'm gonna share something that happened to me when I was early college years. So I went in and I used to love writing. I might start back doing it again. I don't know. Time makes it. But I used to always write poetry. Some of my stuff, I went under a fake name, but I have had some stuff published. I'll just say that. But anyway, so I'm in my college, and this was English, probably 101, something like that. 13, whatever, the first English class, whatever. And so I come in and I'm excited. So he's giving us writing assignments, and I'm writing these papers. And I also would do was I had speech as well. So I would take those papers, my writings, and I would
Mhm.
make it into a speech for my speech class. The speech teacher would give me A's. Oh, this is wonderful. You're great. Whatever. She had me work with the literary magazine. I spoke a couple of my speeches in front of in in the campus setting, in front of a large crowd. I'm excited. I'm like, this is about to be really good. But my English teacher would always give me, I would say, low scores. I'm like, I'm crying. What the hell is going on? Why is this happening? But then I started looking up and I started noticing how he was giving all the white students exemplary grades.
Hmm.
I was like, wait. I said, wait, that doesn't sound right. I did something I should not have done. I talked to one of my white male friends. We had been, doing this for a while. And I was like, can you do me a favor? And I said, can you hand this paper in for yourself? I know I shouldn't have did that. I know I shouldn't have did that.
Oh no, but it's,
But
you have to
I
sometimes.
I I did. He turned the paper for himself, and the professor talked about how wonderful this paper was. And
Mm,
after a while, they ended up moving him to the honors class.
yeah.
I said,
Wow.
oh. And he came to me. He was like, you was right, Kelly.
Yeah, it's disgusting, but like, you sometimes you have to do stuff like that just to be like, hey, I'm not crazy, like this is happening. um Let me see what it Maya said, that's so funny, I actually got paid by white guys in college to write English papers for them.
And I did too. That's what got me. I was writing papers for people. How you gonna give me a C? I write papers for people. I write papers in high school. I paper research papers. How the hell is you talking about that? My mom also is a writer. Well, she got stuff published. So I handed it to her first. And she made any corrections that I had. So I'm like, I know what I'm doing. And then I went to maybe I'm wrong. So I went to the uh, research area where they had tutors and stuff. Have them look over my stuff, and they didn't find anything wrong with it. You'll give me a C. Mm-mm. Nope, nope. And I'm not saying I don't make any mistakes, because I do. But
Oh, that's
I
normal.
know,
Yeah.
yeah.
Scott says there's a ton of research showing that perceived ethnicity based on names can have a big impact on how assignments, job applications are viewed. And yeah, I've heard that about
Yeah, it happened. Yeah.
university, yeah, like university, accept like the word is getting out of my head. Like when you're trying to apply to go into a university, right? They sometimes will look at names and just automatically, boop, never mind,
Yeah.
rejected. Yeah.
Well, you look at my name, Kelly. I look some white name, so I'm good. I don't have to worry about name thing. But yeah, I it was so funny. I had one of my white friends. Her name was Keisha, not me, but my girl's name Keisha. But they probably thought we was the opposite.
Admissions. Thank you, professor.
Yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Math, that's what I have a problem with. But writing, I don't have an issue with that.
Yeah, yeah. In my defense, I'm probably still a little bit hungover. Uh,
You're fine.
okay, there was another comment up there from Hollyhock. It
Okay.
says the city near me had built all of the freeways on and off ramps on the opposite sides to avoid having people get off on the black side of town. Yeah,
Wow.
and then it says they had to. It cost a lot to fix it. Fix in time and people's lives. Yeah, that is. But yeah, I mean, it goes to show it's literally everywhere. It's in um all parts of the U.S. and well, not just in the U.S., but it's very, very noticeable in the U.S. And like we said, very systemic. Okay, so I was going to mention to everybody watching that today is a very special type of stream. When we end in about maybe like 5 minutes, we're gonna take a 30-minute break, and then we're gonna move on to Kelly's channel. So go join us over there, and we'll do for like another hour and chat about what she wants to chat about and ask
Yes.
questions. And I'll just come and sit there and you know do the thing.
Yeah. So if you can follow the leader.
Right, right. Yeah, go from here and go take your break. You use the restroom, get a drink, get a snack, whatever you need to take care of, and then come join us. I'll probably
Yes.
go take out my puppies and
Yeah. I need to try to find what I'm gonna eat because I'm like, damn. I don't want to cook though. I might order something. I don't know, a pizza or something.
oh, that sounds good. My husband was just texting me because he wanted to go out, but I was like, oh, I don't feel that great, and I have the shows. Can we do it tomorrow? And he's like, okay. So he went out by himself, and he got himself. He went to a restaurant that we love. I was like a little bit jealous, but
Oh,
lucky
without
for
you.
me, yeah, it's okay. But lucky for
Yeah.
me, we yesterday we cooked like a whole New Year's, spread, and it
Yeah.
has mashed potatoes and black eyed peas and
Oh,
cabbage.
but you gotta have your black eyed peas.
I know, but okay, so I'm not superstitious or anything, right? But it's something that my mother-in-law taught me when I first moved here. When I first started dating my husband like 20 something years ago, and so up until I deconverted, I used it as this thing that was like, oh, the good luck and the cabbage
Mm-hmm.
for money and the pork
Yeah.
for yeah. But
Yeah.
now I do it because I love it because I love the food.
Yeah.
What did you cook something yesterday for New Year's?
No, I did not. I went to at a Kwanzaa celebration, and I probably could have went over my mom's house and could have ate some food, but they had some beef stew. I just had that.
Moms make the best food, right?
Yeah. Well, my mom is a chef, so I don't. Yeah.
Oh
I
wow,
can
okay,
I,
lucky
I
you.
I can't compare to her. She can't really see in one eye, so she doesn't want to cook the way she can still cook, but not to takes her more time to do everything.
Oh
So,
okay, yeah.
but I know how to cook as well, but I'm not professional. I cook for the family, for friends, but I don't want to do it professionally. That's too much for me. I've done it
Oh
before.
yeah.
It's too much. Yeah.
No, I love cooking too, but at home in my house
Yeah, I
by
cook well. I
myself.
call myself like a home chef, home cook, but I'm not doing it professionally and stuff like that. I've done it because I remember times in which this is when I was in a church. So I was over the soup kitchen. So what I would do is, Pastor Noah was doing it, but I would go in and would make like holiday dinners. But we had like 6 stoves and stuff and ovens, so I was able to. So people in our community didn't have dinner. $100, you get turkey, whatever, and a whole meal for a certain price, including dessert for your family. And that's how I
Mhm.
made money during the holiday. Buy my kids gifts during the holiday season. Besides,
Yeah.
also feeding the homeless or the less fortunate.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I have heard you talk about that before. Yeah,
Yeah,
because see, that's
yeah.
something that you do with that when you can give your time, right? So that's a good. That's a good
Haven't
thing.
done that in a while though.
Yeah, that's a
That's
good.
why I have kids now. They not cook for me. I teach them how to cook. No, they know how to cook. So I ain't got to cook no more.
Oh, right, right, right. That's a good strategy right there.
Yeah. Even though they still miss my food. Why we tired of cooking? Why you don't cook for us no more? That's what I had you
Eh,
for.
That's what I say, right? Like moms, like your kids will like your food even if they know how to cook it. Like I know how to cook some of the dishes my mom makes, right? But I miss when she cooks it. I don't know. It's just that
Yeah.
extra goodness to it. I don't know how to
Yeah.
explain it.
Some they do. I don't know. I be like, damn. I'm like,
um,
nope.
yeah, I'm
Mm-mm.
excited. My mom, we haven't been able to afford going to visit them because they live in Switzerland, and I
Oh,
haven't seen them since like before COVID. I think
oh no.
2018 maybe was the last time that I saw them. And so she was like, "We really want to see you. If I pay for you to come visit, will you come visit?" And I was like, "Okay." So
Oh
we're
yeah, yeah.
hoping to go maybe within the next few months. Yeah,
Oh, that would be great.
yeah, I would love it. Yeah,
You
totally
might
fine.
want to stay. It's crazy. This country's getting.
Actually, that is an option. We've been talking about that. Because
I mean, I
we,
would really miss you though if you leave, but you
I
got to do what you got to
know
do.
it's hard because like I would love to, but at the same time, I'm like I'm gonna be so far away from all of these people that I want to see. Maybe, so it's hard. Maybe I'll make it to some conferences before we decide where to go. But I mean, we might
Is
go to
it Eve
Seattle or
in
Switzerland.
Switzerland or yeah? Eve
Oh no, she's in
Bahamas.
Finland. Finland.
Finland. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. I was
Not too
going to
far.
hang with her then.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. 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 Okay. Okay.
right.
Finland. Okay.
Yeah,
I know it's
that
something
sounds
like that.
fun.
And Davian is in Sweden, right? Or she in Switzerland?
Oh, I think Sweden. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, there. Sweden. Go to Sweden. I
Yeah. Yeah.
will
Yeah. I got you. Yeah. Yeah.
love.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to go to Sweden. Because they have one of the best education systems, the best
Yeah.
social
Yeah.
support systems. It's like incomparable to the US, to what it's like in the US. I was just talking to my mom earlier, and she was like when I because she's moved from Argentina to the US, from the US to Switzerland, and in Argentina the police is horrible. Like they will literally, like her sister was once beaten down for no reason and touched and everything by the police, just for absolutely no reason. She was just walking down the street. And so when my mom moved to the US, she was really scared of the police.
Yeah.
And she was like, when she first moved here, she was like, well, it's not that bad as it was in Argentina, but it's still bad. And so when she moved
Okay.
to Switzerland, she was like, she was scared still. And she's like, the first time that we walked through the airport, everybody was like, the police, the security and everything was so nice. And then they've lived there since like 2008. And she's
Okay.
like, the police here, like there is like no police violence. Is
Yeah.
almost unheard of. The police
Yeah.
don't even carry, some of the police don't even carry guns because they don't need to.
Yeah. Like we have been, and it's sad, we have been sheltered or covered up from the truth because you can go and I was in somehow I can't watch it anymore, but I was on Red Note, which is the when they banned us from TikTok for that day. I went to Red Note. Well, actually, I was on Red Note for a while because you got to see these countries where they said was so bad, But then you like, wait a second, they lied to us.
Yeah.
These are decent homes, and the markets are nice. And look at these technology they have. This is a beautiful place.
Yeah. Like
We've been
healthcare.
lied to.
My parents pay something like, I think it would be like the equivalent of like $200 a month for healthcare, and she's like,
Yeah,
they're they don't they don't have like that system where it's like, oh, is my doctor in network? No, every doctor in the entire country is in network. You can pick your doctor
yeah,
all the way across the country and you can go see them. And she has been in the hospital several times,
I
surgeries,
know.
everything is covered, everything.
Yeah, I had. I'll talk about it now. Uterine cancer, 2019, and even with insurance, Blue Cross Blue Shield, one of the top insurances through my job, I still had $40,000 of
Yeah,
payment after the fact.
it's
My
insane.
daughter,
Like,
my youngest, also had problems. I had to pay that too. I'm like, what is? Why I got insurance, but I got a $20,000 copay? What?
yeah,
Was a
we end
hospital
up.
for 2 weeks. Are you serious?
Yeah, I mean, medical debt is one of the most common reasons why people go bankrupt. You know, so it's insane. Okay, let's move on to we're gonna close down this show and take a
Yes,
30-minute break, and then we'll join you on your channel. So everybody, I put the
yes,
link
yes,
in the
yes.
chat for everybody directly for the stream. And yeah, so thank you everybody for hanging out.
True.
We hope you're having a happy new year and that it gets better than 2025.
Yeah.
And
It wasn't
we'll
that bad
see.
for me. For my
Okay,
friends and some family, it was,
I
and
know.
who some other reasons I didn't like it. But overall, my health was okay. I
Yeah,
still have my job. I couldn't really complain too much about last year. Some years I
that's
wish I
good.
wanted to end my life at the end of the year. So this was pretty good for me personally.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not saying mine was all bad. It had a lot of really, really high highs. So,
You got
but
to
the
meet
lows,
me.
yeah.
That was the
Right,
highlight of your whole
exactly.
life.
Yes.
Yes, you got to meet me. So if anybody on the stream that got to meet me last year, that's one of the reasons why your last year was wonderful.
Right. Yes,
Know
exactly.
that. Bye,
All right.
everyone. Till 30
We'll see you
minutes.
soon. Yes, we'll see you in a minute. And thank you for hanging out.